So today we're going to be doing the Megaminx, and this scary looking thing is actually not that bad. If you know how to do the 3x3, this one's pretty easy. You don't really need any algorithms until you get to the last layer, and those algorithms are really similar to the 3x3 algorithms. So other than that, you just need to know just a few moves, and a lot of them are just kind of doing the same moves over and over to build it all the way up until you get to the last layer. So I've been kind of putting this video off because I was afraid it would take forever to make, so I'm not going to do a lot of talking on this and all that. I'm going to try to jump right in and try to keep it as short as possible because I know most people don't want to watch a 45-minute video anyway. So alright, I want to give it a mix up and we'll get started. Alright, I think this is good enough. So here's what it looks like when it's mixed up, and the first thing you want to do is find where the white side is going to be, and here it is. Remember, the centers always tell you what side that's going to be, and just like doing the white cross, we want to do the white star. Alright, now there's no algorithm for this. You just want to take your pieces, and what I usually do is I just kind of move them around sort of at the bottom until I kind of get them matched up to where they need to be, and just kind of go from there. So not a lot to say about this. You just need to match them up. Alright, so I've got one more. I need to find the purple. There it is. Usually the hardest part of the Megaminx is finding the pieces. There's so many different pieces. Okay, so there you have the white star completed. Alright, now the second step is to finish out these white corners. Now you can do this the same way that you do a 3x3. You know, different people have different methods. I'm going to show you the way that I do it with the Megaminx is just a little bit different. What I do is I put the white side down, and then you want to try to find the piece with the white, and you want to get it in the middle of the two pieces that match up with it. So in other words, you're putting it directly above where it needs to go. And then if the white's on top like this, you'll need to do this move 3 times. You move it over, and then this one up, and then back, and then down. So that's once. Do that again. That's twice. And now once you have it this way, if it's facing to the right or to the left, then you're only going to have to do the move 1 time. Now this one is facing to the right, so you move it towards where the white is facing. So I'll move it that way, and then up, and then back, and then down. And like I said, that was just me doing the same move 3 times. Maybe I'll get one where it's facing the other way, or I can show you that. Yep, here's one. Alright, so it's facing, this time it's facing to the left. So just move it towards which way the white's facing, move that up, back, and then down. It's real simple. Alright, so looks like I messed up something. Sorry about that. Okay, so it's facing to the right, so move it to the right, and then up, and then back, and then down, just like that. Okay, so let's see, this one's on the bottom. I'm just going to move it out and get it to where it needs to be. Alright, so that's the red and green. Alright, so the white is facing to the left, so move it to the left, and then that side up, and then back, and then down. Alright, and that one's where it needs to go. It's facing to the right, so move it to the right, and then up, and then back, and then down. And I think that's it. Alright, so I only messed up once there. Sorry about that, but got it done. Alright, so now you have the first layer finished, and now we're going to start working our way up from there. So the next step is we're going to get these little edge pieces down in where the proper spots are. Alright, and the way that you do that is, let me just show you an example of one. Okay, here's one. So that's the red and blue, so it needs to go here. So what you want to do is move it up so that one of the colors is matched up and it's sort of leaning towards where it needs to go. So in other words, I wouldn't want this one over here because that's where the red and green would be. So I want it here. Or you could have it matched up on the other side. I'll just show you that real quick. You could have it matched up there. It really doesn't matter which side as long as the colors are matched up. Alright, so let's just go from here. Now, the move to move this in is you move it away from which way it needs to go. So it needs to go this way, so I move it away from there. I move this side up, and then I move it back, and then I move that side back down. Now what that did was that matched up these two pieces. And now you're going to do that same move from before, where this time when we put these in, they're going to be going in together. So the white is facing to the right, so I move it to the right, and then this side up, and then back, and then down. Alright, so let me show you one more, and then I'll do the rest of them a little quicker, just so this video doesn't take forever. Alright, here's one. So I've got the green matched up with green, and there's the purple. So remember, it needs to go to the right, so I'm going to move it to the left, move this side up, move it back, and then move it down. Now those two are matched up, and now the white is facing to the right, so I move it to the right, move that up, move that back, and then move that back down. Alright, so let me try to do the rest of them a little bit faster. Alright, so there's the yellow, so I move it away from which way it needs to go, move that side up, back, and down. Now they're matched up, white's facing to the right, so to the right, up, back, and back down. Alright, let's see, I need the gold and purple, there it is. And by the way, you kind of want to move your pieces, keep them towards the top, or kind of move them in this W shape, or this M shape right here. And that's the way I normally move my pieces. Alright, there it is. So this time it's on the other side, so it needs to go to the left, so this time I'm going to move it to the right, move that side up, move it back, and then move it back down. So that matched them up. The white's on the left, so move it to the left, this side up, back, and down. Alright, that one's already where it needs to go, that's good. It needs to go that way, so I'm going to move it this way, this side up, back, and down. Now they're matched up. White's on the left, so move it to the left, and then up, back, and down. Let's see. Alright, so that step's complete. Okay, this next step to me is the most difficult step. What we're going to do is, you can see just by coincidence, this piece is already where it needs to be. But this is called the Y. So we're going to have this piece, and we're going to have these two edges. So you see it makes this sort of Y shape. And we have to do that for all 5 spots. Alright, so the reason that this step is a little bit more difficult is because you have to be careful that if I've already done a few of these, and the piece that I need is down here where I have to like mess it up to get the piece away, then you have to remember to fix whatever it was that you messed up. And that can be a little bit difficult when you first start out. It takes a little bit of practice before you get kind of good with that. And so let me just start on this one since it's already in the right spot. But what you want to do always is get your piece to the top layer. Whatever piece you're trying to orient, get it to the top layer. Alright, so what I need is this this bone and red, or this bone and dark green. Alright, so let me find one of the, okay, here's the bone and the red. Now what you want to do is move it up to the top layer and then get it above where it needs to be. Now this one is flipped upside down. So again, just with practice, you'll learn whatever move you like to fix this. What I do is I usually will move that out of the way, and then move the front down, or that what I'm trying to do is move that to where it's like that, if you didn't understand what I was saying. So I've got the red and the bone matched up, and it's on the top here, and I've got the bone matched up with bone. That's how you want to start. Alright, now again, this one was already in the right spot, so I'll show you on the next step. I'll show you how to get that. But okay, so the move you have to learn here is whichever way it needs to go. You see that this is the red, so it needs to go this way. Alright, so whichever way it needs to go, move it that way. Alright, and then move this other side down, and then move it 2 more times. 1, 2, and then move this other side back up. And what that did was that matched those up, and now all I have to do is just rotate it in. Alright, so let me get the bone and dark green up there, and I'll show you that again. Here it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually try to manipulate this where it's not upside down. There it is. And you'll learn this. I'm not going to go through all those situations. You'll just kind of learn with practice how to manipulate these pieces where they'll do what you want them to do. But anyway, once you have this up here like this, now this one needs to go to the right. So move it towards where it needs to go. Move the other side down. Move it 2 more times in the same direction, and then move that side back up. And there you have them all matched up, and you just fix them. Alright, so that's the first Y complete. Now let's do this one. I always, by the way, like to do them in order, so that way I kind of have a good idea of which ones I've done. So I'm looking for the piece that's got the light blue, the dark green, and the purple. And I need to get it to the top layer. So let's see if I can find it. There it is. Alright, so I'm going to move it to the top layer. And remember, if you do this and you mess up a Y you've already done, you have to remember to move that out of the way and then fix it. But see, I didn't have this one complete already, so I don't have to worry about it. But what you want to do is move this piece over so that the color matches up, just like that. Now, if this light blue had been on top, I would have to bring it over and kind of manipulate it a little bit to get what I wanted to do. But I didn't have to do that here. I have my light blue matched up, so all you have to do is just move it down. And now it's in position. Alright, so now I have to do the little edges. So let's look for the, well, I see one right here. There's the light blue and the purple. So, alright, here's an example of what I was talking about. I'm going to mess up this Y right here. I have to get this up here, so I need to move it to the top layer, move it over, and then fix this Y that I just messed up. There we go. Alright, so now it's in position. So now move it towards where it needs to go, move the other side down, move it 2 more times, and then other side back up, and then just fix. Alright, there it is. So now we need the light blue and the dark green. So let's see where that is. There it is. Alright, so let's move it up. And what I'm going to do is I moved it up to there. Now I'm going to move it up like this, so that way my blue is going to match up. Alright, so now we need to move it towards where it needs to go. Other side down, 2 more times, side back up, and fix. Second Y complete. Alright, so now we need the orange, the purple, and the yellow. Orange, purple, yellow. There it is. Alright, so when I move this one up, I don't need to worry about messing up any Y's. So let's just move it up and move it over. Orange is matched up, so just move it down. Lockup's kind of annoying on this one sometimes, but there you go. Okay, so I already have one in position here, but it's flipped upside down. So I'm just going to move it out of the way and move this side that way, and then move it down and then fix it. So that's one method to fix that problem. Okay, so move it towards where it needs to go, other side down, 2 more times, other side back up, and fix. And now I need the orange and purple. There it is right there. So again, I've got that same problem. It's upside down, so let's move it out of the way. Move that side like that, put it down, and fix it. Alright, purple, so towards where it needs to go, other side down, 2 more times, side back up, fix it. Alright, so there's 3 Y's complete. Next one is the light green, the yellow, and the blue. Light green, yellow, and blue. Where is it? There it is. Now, when I move this one up, I am going to mess up this Y, so I'm going to have to be careful to fix this. So I'm going to move it up, move it out of the way. I'm just going to slide it over there somewhere and fix that Y. Okay. And let's see, I got it right. The green's already matched up, so just slide that down. Okay, now I need the light green and the yellow, which is right here. So rather than taking this piece out and then putting it there, what I'm going to do is just put the light green and blue in its spot, and that's going to automatically kick that out. So let's find the light green and blue. There it is. So I'm going to have to be careful of my Y, but let's move that up and then move it out of the way and then fix that Y. Okay, so there it is. So I'm going to move this piece towards where it needs to go. Other side down, 2 more times, side back up, and fix. And you see that automatically kicked that one out to over here. So let's move this one to the top layer. And then don't forget to fix that Y. There we go. Alright, there it is. So towards where it needs to go. Other side down, 2 more times, side back up, and fix. Alright, 1 more Y to go. This is the pink, blue, and red. There it is, already on the top layer, so that's good. Just move it over to where the colors match up and slide it in. Okay. I see the pink and red is over here. It's flipped upside down, so I'm going to need to move it out of the way. Fix that, move it down, fix that, and also fix this Y that I just messed up. So you'll see what I mean. It's kind of hard to remember and fix these Y's every time. It's easy to forget, but alright, towards where it needs to go, other side down, 2 more times, side back up, and fix. Alright, so this one is in the right spot but flipped upside down. So what I'm going to have to do is take whatever piece is up here and just move it in there to kick that out. So let's just pretend like this is the piece that needs to go there. So towards where it needs to go, other side down, 2 more times, side back up, and fix. So that kicked that piece out to right there. So let's move it up where it needs to go and fix that Y. Alright, now towards where it needs to go, other side down, 2 more times, side back up, fix. Alright, so let's just go through and count them. There's 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that step is complete. The next step is very easy. What we're going to do is get these pieces in now. These little, they're kind of in the middle of this Megaminx, these pieces here. So all you have to do is look at the top layer, and you want to find one that has no gray. So remember, the gray side is going to be the last layer, so look for ones with no gray. Here's some right here. So all you do is just pick one and move it in between the 3 colors where it goes. So that you see that this one goes here because of the colors that match up. Now you have to look at this color right here. So this is red, alright, and look at the red up here. And remember that first step where we were looking at the white pieces. Alright, whichever way that color is facing, then move it that way. So the red is facing to the right, so I move it that way, move the other side up, move it back, and move it back down. And it's that simple. Alright, so let's pick another one. Here's one right here. So let's just move it right there. Alright, so it's the purple, and the purple's facing to the right, so move it towards the right. Other side up, back, and down. Alright, let's pick another one. Here's one, and it goes right here. Okay, so that's the blue, and the blue is facing to the left, so move it to the left. Move that side up, move it back, and move it back down. Let's pick another one. That one's got gray, that one's got gray, that one's got gray. This one does not have gray, and it's in the right spot already. So that's facing to the left. So move it to the left, that side up, back, and down. And now, okay, there's one more. And let me just say here, because it looks like I'm not going to get that situation. Sometimes you'll get a situation where this color will be on top. And if you do, you just have to do that move 3 times, like I said earlier with the white. But in this case, I didn't get that. So here's the yellow. The yellow's on the left. So move it to the left, that side up, back, and down. So now just take a look all the way around and make sure that they are all complete. So this will be this kind of W shape. Alright, so that step is complete. Now the next step is very similar. Alright, what you want to do is look up here and find pieces with no gray. So here's one. This is the green and pink. So let's move the pink over to where it matches up with its side. Alright, and just like we did way down here, what you want to do is move it away from which way it needs to go. Move this side up, back, and then down. So that matched these up again, and now just do that same step that we just did just a minute ago. It's the blue. Blue is on the left, so move it to the left, up, back, and down. So that puts it in. Okay, let's find another one with no gray. There's only one more right now, and it's this bone and pink. Alright, so you matched up the bone. The pink needs to go this way, so move it away from which way it needs to go. Move this side up, back, and down. So these are now matched up. It's the red, which we're looking at. Red is on the left, so move it to the left, up, back, and down. Alright, so now let's see. Alright, now we have this bone and blue, so let's match it up. There's the bone, and the blue needs to go this way, so move it away. This side up, back, and down. Now they're matched up. Now we're looking at the green. Green is on the right, so move it to the right, up, back, and down. Alright, let's do this one next. Alright, this is the orange and light green. So it needs to be this way, so move it away, this side up, back, back down. So now they're matched up. We're looking at the yellow. It's on the right, so move it to the right, this side up, back, and down. Alright, let's see what else we have. Here's the orange and light blue. So matched up the orange, and it needs to go this way, so move it away, this side up, back, and down. And now we're looking at the purple, so move it that way, up, back, down. Alright, there you go. So now they're all complete. So the only thing that's left is this last layer. You can see that everything else is complete. Now the last layer is going to need a couple of algorithms, and I'll go over those right now. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is similar to the 3x3. Instead of getting the cross, you want to get the star. So we want to solve the gray star. And what you want to do the gray star is you have to hold the cube a certain way. You have to hold it with an unsolved point facing you and a solved point to the top left. Alright, so this is the way I'm going to have to hold it. And now you use the same algorithm that you normally would for the 3x3, except just calling this one the front and calling this one the right. Alright, so it's going to be front, right, up, and then right prime, up prime, front prime. And there you go. Now sometimes you have to do that more than once, obviously, but in my case I only had to do it one time. So now we have the gray star complete. And the next step is going to be to get the edges in the right spots. Okay, so the next step is going to be to get the edges in the right spots. Alright, so what you want to do is hopefully you can turn this thing where you have two of them like this, where you can have one of them solved in the front and the other one solved on the left. Now if you can't do that, which most of the time you can't, I just got lucky on this one. If you can't do that, then you're just going to have to just manipulate the cube where you can get that. So in other words, what I'm trying to say is if I only had one solved here, what I like to do is hold my thumb over the two that won't be moved, because this algorithm won't mess with these two, but it will rotate these three right here. It'll rotate them counterclockwise. So what I'll do is I'll hold it like this, and then I'll see, okay, if I do the move, let's just say if this one was solved only, let's just say if I did the move, could I get this one solved? So is the green one out here somewhere? And the answer would be yes. So I could do the move, get the green one here, and now I have two that are solved. And then I would just rotate the cube and then just keep going from there. But in my case, I don't have to do that because I already have two that are in the right spot. So this is the way that you hold it, the one in the front and the one on the left. Alright, and then the algorithm is right, up, right prime, up, right, up prime twice, and then right prime. Alright, so now if you look, you'll see that I have all of them done. All the edges are in the right spots. And the next step, just like the 3x3, is to get the corners in the right spots. So similar to the last step, what you want to do is try to find two that are in the right spots. And it doesn't look like I'm going to have it here. Alright, but this one's in the right spot. So again, what you want to do is hold the two that are correct in the front, like this, even though this one's not yet. But I'm going to cover those up with my thumb. And remember, this is the one that's right. So I want to try to get either this one correct or this one correct. So if I cover these up and did the move, could I solve this one? And the answer is no, because you see the blue and the bone are not one of these three. So I don't want to hold it like this. So let me rotate the cube. And now let me cover these two up. If I cover these two up, can I solve this one? And the answer is no again, because it's down here. Alright, so in my case, I'm not going to be able to get any of them, any two in the right spot yet. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and do the move and then reevaluate. So I'm just going to hold it like this for now. And the move is up, right, up 2 prime, left prime, up 2, right prime, up 2 prime, left, and then up. Okay, so what that did was that left these two alone and rotated these counterclockwise. So now let me reevaluate. Okay, so if I held it like this, I'll cover those up with my thumb, could I solve this one? The answer is no. If I held it like this, could I solve this one? The answer is yes, because see, this one is out here. I just got to do that move 2 more times to get it in the right spot. So I'm going to do that move twice more. So up, right, up 2, left prime, up 2, right prime, up 2 prime, left, and then up. Okay, so I need to do it one more time to bring that one across. Alright, now before I do this one, Now that seems like a really long, complicated algorithm, but it's really not. Let me show you how I remember that. You start with an up move, then move this one up, and then go all the way over, move this one up, go all the way back, move it back down, go all the way back, move it back down, and then just move it with another up move. Alright, so just practice it a few times. It's really similar to the 3x3 except with just a couple of exceptions, but I'll let you kind of figure that out. But now I have two beside each other that are correct, and that's what I wanted to begin with. So now if I hold it like this, and if I do the move one more time, it looks like they're all going to be in the right spots. Alright, so let's do that one more time. Move that one over, then up, then move it twice back, move that side up, move it twice back, back down, twice back, back down, and then just fix that. Alright, so now let's take a look. That one's in the right spot, so is that one, so is that one, so is that one. All of them are in the right spot. Alright, so now we just have one step left, and that is to orient all of these where the gray is on top. So if you know how to solve the 3x3, this step is going to be very familiar. All we're going to do is hold the cube whichever side you want. I'm just going to start with the pink side facing me because this is one of them that I need to orient. Just hold it with one of the pieces to be oriented. It needs to be in the front top right, and you're going to do this move, and remember it's always in sets of 4, always. Alright, so what you do is you do right prime, and then we're going to call this down, then go down prime, and then right, and then down. Alright, so always do that in sets of 4. I'm going to do it one more time, and it's going to get it up in the right spot. So just move that down, move it back up, move that back up. Alright, and there it is. So now move the next one into position. So easy way to remember it again is just down, down, up, up, and again down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. There it is. Alright, so I got 2 more, so move the next one in position. Down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up, down, down, up, up. Now notice the pink side is still facing me throughout this whole step. Also, it looks like all this is getting messed up over here. Don't worry about that. Just keep going. So move the next one in the position. Down, down, up, up, and one more time. Down, down, up, up. Alright, so now take a look, and the only thing left is to move the top layer into position. And the Megaminx is solved. Alright, so I hope this helped. As you can see, this is a very intimidating looking cube, but it's really not that hard. Just a few moves to learn to get you all the way to the last layer, and then just a couple algorithms to finish it out. And if you already know the 3x3, you will see some similarities between the algorithms. They're very similar. Alright, so hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.